Back out here for the first day. Overall pleased. I felt like our operation, our snaps, quarterback center exchange, quarterback running back mesh, throwing and catching was really good for the first day. A little bit sluggish. You know, those guys got about 8 or 10 days off before coming in here, and just a little bit sluggish, but that'll come with time. But overall, really pleased. Looked like experienced offense coming out here. Trevor did a really good job, giving opportunities to lead. He was more vocal today than obviously he would have been day one last year. Just completely different scenario. I think you can tell the leadership and experience that we have with that offensive line. Just really, I told those guys last night when we were meeting, our best teams and best offenses have been when we've had experienced, talented guys up front that have really led the way. We've had skill guys here for the last 8 years, but really what separated our offense has been those guys up front. And just really excited about the leadership and experience and talent we have up front, and felt like those guys probably did the best today.
Coach, when you look at the receivers that you've had and receivers coming in, you even think about, kind of receiving corps that you had. I mean, how does it compare, as you guys,
I was doing a kind of State of the Union for the wide receivers. We always, Coach Sweeney does his State of the Union with the team, and then we go to offensive meeting. We kind of have our words there. Then we go to the segment meeting, and I'm going back, kind of editing what I wrote in the past. And it seems like every year I'm telling these guys that we have the potential to be the best group that we've had, and I truly believe that. I mean, the key word is the potential. And last year I really felt like we took a completely good step forward, and this year there'll be new challenges, and Coach Sweeney does a great job of letting everybody know that we got to start over. We've scored 0 touchdowns, and we got to have a big bullseye on our back, and we got to accept that. But I'm very excited about the group. I think we've got some experienced guys, older guys that have been around and been through the battles. And then I feel like we got some really good youth that's going to be able to help us. And so definitely excited. Those guys look like they put in some good work this summer, and it'll be fun to watch those guys kind of come together, the chemistry. Really pleased with DeAndre Overton. His first day, I guess he did a little bit this spring, but really kind of coming out here today, starting fall camp at 5-man, and did a really good job. Probably was one of the most consistent guys out of day one. His body's in great shape, and I'm just really proud of how hard he's worked during his time here, and I think he could really do a good job while Mari's working his way back.
With DeAndre, what is it that's kept him from being a bigger part of the offense in the past?
Well, a little bit of it's been the guys in front of him. You got to remember that too. I think for him it's been just buying in the weight room, getting stronger, just kind of maturity to understand that what he does in the weight room is going to have an impact of him being able to get open on the field. But I think his body's in the best shape. He's stronger than he's been since he's been here. But part of it is, he's been ready to play, and when he got opportunity last year, he made some big plays. But I think, with Amari going down, it's kind of the next best guy up, and right now he's in that position. He's still got to earn it all fall camp, but he's done a really good job this summer, and what I saw today.
Pretty pleased with how the rest of those guys weighed in, particularly Joe and Frank.
Yeah, I am. It's always fun to see those guys, kind of where they come in, and then what they weigh after the summer, putting in all their work. And, yeah, that's okay.
There they go.
But I think all those guys have worked hard. And that's really the big thing you're looking when you look at their weight is, do they put in the work required this summer, and off to a good start.
DeAndre's maybe not your typical spot receiver. What does he kind of bring to that position?
Yeah, I think we've had some smaller guys in there with Renfro and Adam Humphries before that, but DeAndre actually brings some things maybe that those guys didn't have with his height. You think about a lineup with T and DeAndre and Ross out there. Those are 4 big guys, and then you got a guy like Trevor to throw him the ball with big catch radius. So I think that's one thing we're excited about with him, is on those corner balls and maybe some of those vertical balls down the middle and dig cuts and all that. It gives you a big body. But you know, at some point it's the next best guy, and regardless of maybe what you have an ideal, maybe measurements and all that stuff for your slot guy. You know, Jerron Brown was 6'2", 6'2.5", and was a really good slot for us. And so I think there's some positive that DeAndre can bring in there if he continues to work.
Jeff, you mentioned the O-line. You got changes. You got Sean Pollard moving over to center, and you got Jackson Carman moving into left tackle. What about those two guys and what they bring to the table?
Yeah, number one, I think looking at their weight, you can tell that they put in some work, and that's been a big thing for Jackson. Obviously, he's a talented guy, but really, you know, you got to take care of his body and cut down some weight, and so that was one of the biggest positives from yesterday's weigh-in was Jackson losing that weight. Pollard also lost some weight, being able to move in there and play center. And Pollard's a guy that's been able to move around. You know, he's one of those rare linemen that could really play center, guard, and tackle. Those guys are very valuable, and you know, so I think he does a good job. He's a vocal guy. He's a leader. He likes to talk and communicate, which is very important. But you know, I'd lie if I got to say I got to watch those guys a whole lot. I was out there chasing my wideouts, but we're getting ready to go watch the video, and it'll be fun to see. You know, one side you're losing some of those veteran guys we've had, and now it's a new opportunity for guys like Jackson and Jordan McFadden's another guy that's you know, had a really good spring, good summer. It'd be fun to watch him here on video.
What's Cornell's mindset coming off of his redshirt year?
Yeah, I think Cornell, he's been patient. You know, it's all about how you respond, and you know, kind of having to sit back and watch last year, I know was difficult for him, but he used that time wisely. He really worked hard last year. He bought into going over on the scout team, giving those guys a look, and Cornell had a really good day today. He ran some good routes, caught the ball very well, and he's another guy. Him, Cornell, TJ Chase, and DeAndre Overton are three guys that have really been around here, kind of working and getting ready to earn some time and earn some opportunity, and I'm pleased with what they've done so far.
You continue to use him on kick returns, Cornell?
Yeah, he'll be a guy. We haven't gotten to that yet. Today was just a punt and field goal, but Cornell will be a guy that'll be in that mix with some of the new young guys that are here as well.
You mentioned the potential of this group. Obviously, you got a talented group, but as a coach, where do you want to see them improve? Like, are there areas where you say,
yeah, I mean, there's absolutely. Like, whenever you stop looking for ways to improve, that's when you start going backwards. And I think every guy, that's what's fun as a coach, is every guy in that room is a little bit different, maybe than the true freshmen that just come in here. You know, a guy like T and Ross, they both have things that they need to work on, and you know, really it gets down to the details in their route running, their break points, when they get their eyes around, the timing, understanding different release moves, all those things. But number one, it takes them having a hunger to improve, knowing that they need to improve, and always working to strive to get better, which they do. And then number two, it's you know, coming out here and kind of putting that to work. And I saw some good things out of those guys, but obviously very high standard for them. Anytime we don't complete the ball, I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened, and that's really the standard you want with your top guys.
What did you see